Sarah and Mark are still sitting on the sofa, but the vibe has completely changed. Sarah is leaning toward Mark, trying to understand what's going on. Mark is looking down at his hands, avoiding her eye contact. He looks like he wants to disappear. The silence in the room is heavy. Sarah is thinking, is he keeping something from me? Mark finally looks at his phone on the coffee table. He looks exhausted. Sarah asks the question that's on her mind. Mark, who is Laura? And why is she texting you right now? Mark takes a deep breath. He knows he has to come clean. He says, Sarah, I should have told you this earlier. I didn't want to ruin the night. Mark explains that Laura is his ex-girlfriend. They broke up about 6 months ago after a long relationship. Sarah is listening intently, but she looks skeptical. She asks, if you broke up months ago, why is she still waiting for an answer? Mark admits that Laura hasn't really moved on. She keeps calling him because she wants to get back together. But Mark says he's finished with that part of his life. Sarah doesn't know what to believe. She likes Mark, but she doesn't want to be involved in a love triangle. She stands up and grabs her purse. She tells Mark, I really enjoyed dinner, but this is a lot to take in. I think I need some space to think about this. Mark looks absolutely crushed, but he knows he can't force her to stay. They walk to the front door. The air is filled with awkwardness. Mark starts to reach out his hand, maybe to hold her hand or give her a hug, but he hesitates. He says, I'm so sorry, Sarah. I promise I'm not trying to lead you on. Sarah just looks down. She's not angry, but she is definitely disappointed that the night ended this way. Sarah's still standing in the doorway, ready to head home. She looks at Mark one last time. He looks small and lonely. Sarah says, good night, Mark. Let's just talk tomorrow, okay? Mark nods and says, yeah, I'll call you first thing in the morning. Sarah walks out and the door closes quietly behind her. A little while later, Sarah is back in her own apartment. She is wearing a green shirt, but she is not relaxing. She's staring at her phone. She decides to look Mark up on social media. She finds his profile and starts scrolling through his old posts. She wants to see what Laura looks like and how long they were actually together. Sarah finds a photo from a year ago. It's a picture of Mark and Laura at a party. They look genuinely happy and very close. Sarah feels a sharp pang of jealousy. She starts comparing herself to Laura. She wonders if Mark is actually over her or if he's just lonely. She feels like she might be making a mistake by dating him. It's nearly midnight now. The lights are off and Sarah's trying to sleep. Suddenly, her phone starts buzzing on the nightstand. It's Mark. She hesitates for a second, then picks up. Mark sounds completely rattled. He whispers, Sarah, I am so sorry to call this late, but you're not going to believe this. Laura just showed up at my apartment. She's knocking on my door right now, and she won't leave. What do I do? Oh no, this situation has taken a turn for the worst. Tell me in the comments, what do you think Mark is going to do? Is he going to answer the door? And what does Sarah think of all this? If you're enjoying learning English through comprehensible input, please like this episode and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next episode to find out what happens next. Thank you.